Hola amigos y mi amigas, ¿cómo estás? Estoy mucho bien. Hope you're well. Happy Friday. Woo! We made it. Another day. Friday. Remember when you meant it when you're excited about Friday? I mean, I don't know, you still might feel that way. A lot of people do. Just feel kind of an altered perspective from the good old days where things just appeared completely different. So today after I dropped off my kids at school, I was out in the wild in Austin. I bumped into somebody that I knew and that knew me well enough to know that I channel my spirit guides, and there was a query of is there anything that could be done for me? And I'm like, yes. Do you have a question for my guides? And then there was this, what should I ask? And I said, well, just bear in mind that it's a ninth dimensional perspective on whatever the question is, but you can ask anything you want, but it's going to be kind of from that angle. So let's see what happens. And are you ready to hear the question? Her question was personal, so somewhat, yeah. So that's why there's all this anonymity already blanketed in there. So, but query was about career, and I felt like this wasn't said. I just kind of felt like there was a stuckness and wondering how do you get next steps to where you want to be. I felt like that was part of the feelings in the question about how do you figure out this career thing when it doesn't feel like it's clicking right now. And you might be in a place that's in circumstances that are withering in some areas, and where you just need to start. Old systems are, collapsing on the grand scale and on the macro scale, in people's lives. Things are collapsing, and if things are collapsing in your life, you're gonna need to you need to stay frosty, right? And step to the areas where you can keep your abundance flow. And sometimes you can't work at a place anymore. There's going to be there's so much of that been going around for a long time and stands to keep up for a bit. So there's so many on the planet, asking what the fuck, how do I do what I want to do? And my guides have actually talked about this a lot. So I brought up some things actually at the time earlier today when I got that great question. And one thing that came through, I'm like, I'll give you this perspective, and then I'll go, record channeling and address this question too. But what came forth at the time when I was talking and kind of feeling into the question and the person, and what came up was something important. Was you need to know you are worthy of all that your highest desires and highest alignments, situations for that hold your highest desires and higher alignments. You have to allow yourself to feel worthy and know you're worthy of it. And when I brought that up, it seemed like it was kind of like I hit something that she was waiting to have help having that released. When I said that, she was like, oh dude, it was so it was cool. Anyway, so let's go deeper. Spirit guides, what do you have to say about to people who are trying to navigate their career path where it feels rocky right now? And how do you find that harmony? I think is basically the question. So I think it's a great question. I'm interested, who's not? Let's see what happens. Let's see what comes through. Let's raise the vibe. Get the kundalini state going. And see what message comes forward. This is fun. Thanks for sticking around and see what happens. Already feels an energy present. There's already a really high vibe here. But let's proceed. One. Greetings. We love you, we love you, we love you, we love you, we love you. We love you. We appreciate your presence. Thank you for connecting with this transmission. Again, it is good to be in your presence. So, there's a question at hand. Let's address it. Shall we? Shall we? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Career. If you're not feeling it, how do you get to where you are feeling the flow? Either feel the flow or feel there's a crumbling. You're going uphill, you're going, there are many jobs that just feel like, I mean, there are times where you are supposed to be laboring. Some of these jobs feel very laborious, both mentally and physically, or one or the other. Sometimes both. So there's a lot of people in positions of work that just require their physically being somewhere and doing these things that they're ready to shift from to something else. Like this paradigm isn't working for them anymore. Okay, as we pull this through, we realize this is actually a very important message. Because we wouldn't be surprised if everyone hearing this wants to jump ship from their present job and forge a new path. And you can. You all can do this, but we're just saying, we are entering a stage of harmony. You want alignment. And some of you going forward, you're still able to feel alignment with your income producing occupation. It still doesn't baffle your ideal principles. it works with them, and you can get by. So, but some of them may be full of challenges and density and polarization that just, there's no flow. So when there's no flow, that's when you're going to be asking these questions about how do I get from where I am here to somewhere better in the career world, where I feel like I don't need to be asking about, you ask that because you're experiencing a discomfort in the place where you are, and many of you are. Because as we grow, so like many of us can be having these growing pains with our daily lives of what we're doing. I mean, no longer really fit with our new character. Like if we are working for someone, it doesn't have the highest moral character, that can deplete one's entire quality of life. So a lot of people kind of need to leave certain bubbles of energy because there's a depletion. There's part of this harmony is sovereignty, where you're sovereign and your energy is important and your self-care is important, everything. You are very important and you are connected. You're connected to all that is. And so you will learn to live with a wisdom in your heart where you are equally self-care for yourself and equally in care for others. Because you see, there is no separation. There's nothing to be in resistance to with your brothers and sisters on this planet. There's nothing to be in resistance. And any frequency can be offered from whoever. And if you do not offer any resistance, you maintain whatever frequency you are going to hold. And the more you offer no resistance, the more everything vibrates faster and faster and faster, and then thus raising the frequency higher and higher and higher. The less you judge, and the more you appreciate. Up you go, up you go, up you go. So, with everything, it's hold the frequency. See yourself where you want to see yourself. Keep envisioning the most aligned new world, the new aligned workplace. Be open to it looking different from what you've ever seen before. Be open to that. Know that you are worthy of the most aligned, most exciting things to do with your time that also keep a roof over your head. You're going to be able to choose from A, B, and C, all great options, soon. Keep working on your frequency. And if you are elevating your frequency, you are not generating any new problems. You are generating answers for anything that needs an answer as you elevate. Solutions for everything just kind of fall into place. assisted, and your intuition to step up and do what you need to do is assisted. And you step up and you do what you need to do when you need to do it. That's how things will work in this new harmony. So we will say, kind of the key is worry less, focus on whatever raises your frequency. See yourself in the most harmonious workplace. See your bank accounts rising. See things that interest you, that you would like to have in your life. See them all worthy of you, all worthy of coming into your life. You are worthy of all these things. You are worthy to manifest the best reality for you. If you have some hand in manifesting your physical reality, why not go to town on making it the best physical reality for you and your family and friends and loved ones, and create your reality to be the best reality. And then if you have everyone doing this, and then as your realities, your independent realities commingle and co-create new paradigms together, you know, you are basically an explosion of solutions for harmony, new expressions of harmony, new ways of harmony. You're not even talking about those old water cooler stories about some news article that it's really a drag to hear whatever the subject matter is, the title, anything. It's all meant to drag you down. So don't focus on things like that anymore. One thing Alex was thinking of recently that he wanted to kind of share about his perspective, his experience with meditation over the years since he's been meditating since 1992 every day. As he understood from the start with the Tibetan metaphysics studies, that when he sat in meditation time, it was a time to practice everything that he learned about Tibetan metaphysics. So while he sat there, he worked primarily on telepathy, sending and receiving and understanding, connecting, practice it, connecting. So he's been doing this since 1992. He's gotten better at it. So what he wants to let people know about meditation, when you think about meditating, he wants you to know that when he addressed meditation, it was, oh goody, I get to practice with my abilities this entire time while I sit here. I get to practice receiving and deciphering data. I get to practice this entire time, receiving and sending data. And I can astral project if I want to. I can remote view anything I want to. That is true now, and it always has been. I can do these things. And so that was part of the fun of jumping into meditation every day. It was getting to practice doing all that the master monks did. Practice, because it is inherent in all of us. I had this Alex had this understanding, at this time when he started meditation. So that made it more exciting, knowing when you step into meditation, you get to practice your extra senses beyond the physical. Because Because metaphysics is beyond the physical. Sense into sending and receiving. Over time, Alex learned to see energy through his mind's eye when he remote views, when he sees all kinds of things. And even with his eyes open, he can see all kinds of frequencies and energy shifts and colors and waves and pulses. So yes, when you raise your frequency, I mean, you're going to hear, you might as well get over the fact, try not to get sick of hearing the subject, raising your frequency, raising your frequency, raising your frequency, raising your frequency, blah, 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 blah. It's like, you hear this so much, but it is important. It's happening whether you like it or not. But if you lean into it, and you get good at it, it's kind of like surfing on a wave rather than tumbling on a wave. Would you rather carve that wave on a surfboard and life will look a little bit more to your liking, more enjoyable? If you lean into working with the frequencies in the way you want to work with them. Dolores Cannon used to say the purpose here was to a school for learning how to control energy. We will confirm nor deny, but when we come up for whole purpose, but when we talk about Earth, that's pretty complex, but there's something to that. And we'll say you can control. We are here to help you learn how to have a mastery over frequency in your energy, in your reality, in your mind, in your peace of mind. If you maintain a peace of mind and warmness of heart through whatever storm, the storms lighten and you feel supported. When you hold this high light, the less and less and less and less you feel lonely, the more you feel supported by higher frequency beings. As you lift up, you kind of feel like you're amongst family. And it's a good feeling. And you want more, and you want more, and you want more, and you want to unlock as much DNA in your system. You want to light up every fiber of your auric awareness, of your auric growth, of your heightened frequencies. You want to push farther. You want to flex your frequencies higher and higher and higher with your pushing, your intent, your consciousness. Like, you can be part of the riding the top of the wave as you push. Or you could be spinning in the middle of the wave screaming. You know, both are worthy choices. But we want to tell you, you have a choice to have it a little smoother. And we're just like, learn to flow. Be good to yourself. Be good to everyone at the same time. You know, this is a lot. We hope this has been helpful in mostly answering this query about, you know, the subject happens to be about career, but we say you could change the word career for any subject, and it works for any subject when you think of here's where I am now on this subject, and then there's in my mind, in my heart, where I'd like to be on the subject. So this all applies to that. Okay. We're proud of you, brothers and sisters, champions of the universe, as you are. You are. We love you, we love you, we love you, we love you. Whew. Man. Huh. All right. That was cool. I feel tired after that. So, ugh. It's like, so it's like I don't know. It's weird to jump from this to jump back, and it's kind of like I was going at warp 9, and now I'm just like trying to get my land legs back, you know. You ever go out on the water long enough to when you get back to land, and like for a while you're like, it's kind of like that for me right now, like quite literally. It's weird. This is like really heavy stuff. Like while this is coming out, part of my conscious, my ego self is going, what? Like, what did you say? You know, like if there's a commentary for like my more human self, like my more human self is going, what? Wait, what was that just said? You know? Yeah, anyway. Okay, don't. Anyways, so hope you have a great weekend. If you do weekends, or if it's just, you know, your 7 days of the week look very similar to each day of the week, like mine. You know, it's just kind of like every time it's like, woo! But I mean, of course, always I'm grateful. You know, I'm grateful for whatever the universe brought me, you know, however it brought it to me, you know, like, thank you, you know, thank you. You know, it's like living a prayer, you know, it's like yeah. Yeah. Living a prayer, you know, it's like everything that's come to me, it's kind of like been a prayer and then answered, right? Like everything that's been come up, I need this, and then it appears, you know, in some fashion. Ooh, look at that, living on a prayer. In a way that's kind of like law of attraction, that's kind of like physically manifesting from the mental plane, which sits above the astral plane and then the physical plane. But like we create thought forms in the mental plane, which is the 5th density of reality, 5D, mental plane, 5D, mental plane, 5D. Remember that? Astral plane, 4D, astral plane, 4D. But that also applies to physical reality right now. Physical reality has very much been in the 4th dimensional reality, density reality. If this makes sense to you, cool. If it doesn't, you can ask me a question in the comments. Rad. Party on, brothers and sisters. Woo! Let's do this thing. Yeah.